New Zealand. The New Zealand Middlesex Sevens champions will be getting us underway. Rangataua. And here we go. Another 7 minutes of open-end union. That is for sure. And the Eagles here spinning it around inside their 22. From one to the other. Keep an eye on the yellow boots of the number 10 out there. And he is definitely one to watch. Here's the first penalty. And they take the quick tap. And they cross the 10-metre line.
Yeah, good hands here shown by the Eagles, the Borneo, the wild men of Borneo. As the ball coming in, going backwards to go forwards. Oh, and a little goose step there, and all strong running in the tackle there shown by the Eagles. As the ball coming out wide, they've got the numbers if they can catch and pass, and it looks like they can. And he's split them up the middle, little step on the inside. Will he get run down here? It's a foot race to the try line, and he's caught him. He's got him by the shirts, and no, he gets the ball away and turns the ball back on the inside. I thought he could have made it there, and he's made a meal of that. But no, the big number 13 shrugs him off and ends up scoring under the post. Does he get the grounding on that? Yes, the referee has called a try. I didn't think he got the ball down there, Pete, but it's a try.
Yeah, from up here, I thought for a moment, Gareth, they might have scored one or two plays earlier, but nonetheless, they've been able to cross the line and score in the end. And the first point's going the way to the Borneo Eagles. The kick will happen right now from right in front of the post. They convert. So they've turned 5 into 7. And we've had 2 minutes of the match. And it's 7-0 on the Bar TV scoreboard.
Yes, and good counter-playing rugby there. Scoring from within their own half there, the Eagles. And just shows why they're a really strong invitational side. As they come back for the restart now, just walking back, taking their time. Let's see if one of these sides can get the restarts right all game. They've been pretty shabby in this tournament so far. The breeze playing effect, and he's got that bang on the 10 there, and they come up with the ball. That's a great restart there. And taken into contact. The breakdown has formed. Little flick out the back and finds his man there. Coming out. Passing, keeping the ball alive. They're doing it well. This invitational Borneo side, the wild men of Borneo, the Eagles, look to go the other way, the opposite way, turning it back, turning the opposition inside as they come back up with the ball. But no, that's a knock on there, wasting that opportunity there. That's a good palm, good fend off. No one on the outside. The big number 6, he's a hulking frame, and is he over? No. He's been taken out. A little bit unlucky there. I thought he may have got the ball down before he put his foot out. Such is the big frame of his. And the ball swung out wide and dummied. This could be on here. Will he have the legs? Calls it on the inside, but no, run down. They've got support and battered down there and dummy, show and go. Kick to, could have been offside there. The number 7 in Toby Harris. Bad bounce anyway as the Eagles will get to regroup here. Pass back inside to Akira Mako.
There's a chance, Gareth.
Yes, there's a chance, and that's good Sevens rugby, keeping the ball alive, supporting them. And that's a try under the sticks. Good comeback there by the Rangataua side. The Rangataua side, sorry. My voice is going. Rangataua.
And there's the kick. So we're just getting pronunciation lessons on the run here. Rangataua. Tower. A little bit of a tower. A little bit of... You put the tower into it.
Just think of tall people, Pete.
Yeah, Rangataua.
You'll nail it every time.
Couldn't go wrong, could we? But actually, right now, we're actually joined in the box by a lady that knows this game all so well. And then, of course, Katia is... here in the commentary box, and we'll go to her very shortly. We'll just stick with the play just for a moment to see if anything eventuates from the kickoff. Bit of ball out the back. They're looking good here when they can offload.
Yeah, very showy, aren't they?
Are.
The Eagles, very showy. I love it. This is what I came to see.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? That open-end rugby, and they're straighting the play up the middle of the field. They're just trying to pass the 10-metre line. They're just seeing where their support's going to come to next. They're going to come to the edge here, Gareth, and offload. And this is exactly what we're used to. Enterprising rugby. The foot race is on. Inside the 22. He's going to run out of gas, is he? He'll get up and still go all the way and score. Well, that was an impressive try right underneath the black dot here. And if you're ever going to see a try which is worthy of looking over and over and over on the replay reels, that could be one of many here this afternoon.
I tell you what, I'm looking back at the producer and he's cutting it up right now for the highlights package, Pete. That's how good that was.
Oh, we work them hard here at Bar TV.
As we go to our special guest now, let's throw to Katia in the box. How are you, Katia?
I'm good. It's a great day out there. It's nice and warm. It's nice and toasty. So a little bit of background information on the Rangataua team and the tournaments that they have been involved in and what's going to happen after this tournament. So Rangataua have been winning the Middlesex Sevens tournament that was held in Auckland in February. And by winning that tournament, they get an invite to this tournament, Central Coast Sevens. And the winner of this Central Coast Sevens tournament gets an invitation to the Bailey's Fiji's Coral Coast Sevens, which is the Champion of Champions tournament, which will be held in November. So that's a fantastic opportunity for the winners of these two, like men and women, tournaments to even test themselves against more Fijian teams, because they're stacked with,
plenty of athleticism, isn't it? That's right.
And for the Rangataua team, you have Matt Clutterbuck, who's the captain, and he just actually played at the Gold Coast for New Zealand. And two former New Zealand Sevens players are involved. So Nathaniel Walker, and he's in the team, and Matua Parkinson is actually also a former New Zealand Sevens player, and he is the coach.
Wow, so a wealth of knowledge from the top right through down to the bottom. And that's what you need here as a penalty goes the way now. But yeah, overall, you've been down on the field. It's very hot and steamy up here in the box. How do you think the players are coping with this heat?
Well, it is really difficult because, and just watching the players come off and say, oh, we need to be replaced, and that's, I think, going to be a very big factor to manage your replacements. And I've just seen a few sides where the players are having their hands on their sides, and it's just very, very hot.
Indeed, and it's only going to warm up further as the day goes on and off the field. Just looking up at the barometer earlier today, it was around 26 degrees about an hour ago. I think we're nudging possibly 29, if not 30 right now. It's a nice breeze, but still very hot. That is in case. So, yeah, so what are you expecting overall from the tournament? What's everybody hoping to get out of it? And because everybody now knows about the Central Coast Sevens.
Well, it will be... we're expecting a very great finals and even semi-finals and quarterfinals, and there are teams that are here and just getting ready for the Coral Coast Sevens because that's their home tournament, and they've been preparing in some of the other tournaments here in Australia as well. So expect at least one Fijian finalist. Yeah. Of course, we're hoping for some of the Australian teams, so maybe Tribe or Sunnybank, to be in there to get the Australians entertained. So yeah, but it will be a tough game. And
what's your take? I mean, in a few years' time, the Sevens heading off to the Rio Olympics for the very first time. What a magnificent thrill to be able to, go onto the world stage even bigger.
This is a fantastic time for Sevens and to be involved in the sports, and all these teams, they're all excited, and just the prospect of having this
university. I think he was telling me he played prop when he was an 18-year-old back at Sydney University. So he just loves his rugby, and you hit the nail on the head when to get him along here today, because I was downstairs and a lot of the younger kids, they were saying, there's Tony Abbott. Oh, I'm going to get a photograph with Tony Abbott. You're really hitting at the heartstrings, which is great to see.
Yeah, and broadcasting it throughout Australia then as well, because that gets published by his media team, and that's fantastic opportunity for the sport and for this tournament. And Craig has done a great job in promoting this tournament, as it is the premier Sevens tournament in Australia.
And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people just, people like yourselves, we just turn up and all of a sudden all this is in front of our very own eyes. But the amount of work that goes into a tournament like this, it's years, isn't it?
And once this is done, Craig won't have he might have a week off because then next year's plan starts. So teams can already register for next year.
So looking down the track, what are you trying to hopefully more nations getting involved, or what's the bigger plan for the tournament, do you think? Or are you at a stage now where you're pretty satisfied with where it's going?
I'm not sure what Craig's idea or direction is, but there's already a lot of international teams interested. So if that can be expanded and have then also more Australian teams being interested, and that's a great thing. And if you expand it to maybe more teams or have a qualification tournament for this or something along those lines, that might be.
And of course, the prize money is fairly nice. You'd like to pocket a little bit of that. I understand $20,000 for the men and $12,000 for the ladies as the kick sneaks through. So it's now 19 points to 14 in favour of the Borneo Eagles. They're going along nicely. But yeah, I mean, that prize money is nothing to sniffle at.
No, and it has been getting bigger and bigger, and that's, again, a fantastic job to promote the tournament and the sport and see the businesses getting behind a sport like this. And if you have Fitness First and big names like that is fantastic.
And then that's what we were just mentioning to the Prime Minister earlier today, and we've got that interview coming up later on in the afternoon. It's not just the ability of the athletes that we're seeing right now on Bar TV, but it's the injection into the local economy as well. And you can't go wrong.
No, and if businesses are interested in getting behind the sevens, it is an international sport. So I think a lot of overseas people are watching this live stream now. So if you're interested in supporting a sevens team, get on a jersey and you'll be streamed across the world.
And of course, it's put on by Destinations New South Wales as well, one of the sponsors here this afternoon. And of course, I guess it's fair to say, the tournament started off fairly humble beginnings. It was a one-day tournament, and it's just grown in the space of 4 or 5 years. Incredible.
And particularly also with the women's, having this many teams and high-quality teams is just fantastic to see, because it is a equal sports now, and that's why it actually also got into the Olympics, because men and women are playing this sport at a very high standard.
High standard it is, and we've been on air now since 9:30, and we were just mentioning off air and on air, the standard out here today, considering the amount of heat and that, there hasn't been too much drop ball. Sometimes when the heat comes, the moisture can get into the ball and you can drop it, but it's been very, well, put it this way, everyone's got their money's worth, I think, that is for sure. Yeah, so there are opportunities as far as sponsorship to go forward for next year and years beyond.
Definitely, yes.
Just get in contact with Craig.
Get in contact with Craig.
And get in contact with him, I guess, on the website would be the best way to go.
Probably via the website, yes. And here we see Matt Clutterbuck again.
You got a chance out wide. Do you think they can get it out to the winger?
Looking good. If he can, yes.
Too easy. Over they go. And the Bar TV scoreboard goes up by another few. We've got a tied ball game here so far. It is 19 all on the Bar TV scoreboard. So this is going to be an important
all about the kick.
It's all about the kick. It's going to be a tough one right out there on the club side. Bit of a breeze swirling around. Are you backing him in or backing him? We'll wait and see.
Wait and see.
Nice pair of yellow boots. That is for sure.
Flashy.
He's the flasher. Just wide. So there's no change on the Bar TV scoreboard. So we're locked up at 19 all.
Oh, we're back. I'm back. 19 all, calling in with obviously Katana the last couple of minutes of this match. What a cracker it's been. Interesting to note. What happens in this tournament in the event of a draw? Is it just play on as usual, or?
Well, in the pool game, it's just will be scored as a draw. So obviously, in the finals, it will be then.
Well, no one wants that, do they? As the ball swung out wide. I tell you what, this Eagles side is looking a little bit fatigued here in the last few minutes. The ball comes out wide, coming back inside. He's got support. The number 12. Clutterbuck gets the ball, yes, and Clutterbuck is over, the captain. And you mentioned him before, he only played last week, and he'd be excited. Obviously, he's been their player, I think, of this game. I've been sitting back and watching. What more is he expected to get back into that New Zealand side?
I'm not sure what Gordon Titchen's plans are. So the next tournament is Dubai Sevens, which is beginning of December, so there's still a bit of time. And depending on if, for example, Rangataua win, they would have then the invite to Fiji, but they might have they have the invite to Fiji already with the Middlesex Sevens. So they'll be playing in Fiji.
So it's 26-19 with a minute to go. This is an absolute cracker, and it's coming down to the wire. They're going to want to get the ball back off this restart here. The Eagles, they look like they're fatigued, as you mentioned before, maybe not using their substitutes as well as the Rangataua side, and that hasn't made the 10 metres again in this tournament. I tell you what, it's about the 6th time today as the quick tap comes. They're looking to put points on and spreading the ball well, keeping the ball well alive. They've got numbers if they can use it to the right, but no, they go the opposite way, and he's juggled the ball over there. That could be game over there as they'll look to hold the ball. He's kicked the ball. That's very surprising there. Ball in hand. Would have won the game for the Rangataua side, but no, they've given the ball back to the Borneo Eagles side, and he flicks the ball inside in desperation, and he's held well and playing well. Good ad-lib footy here, and there's space here if he can get a good ball away, and he's jinked away from one. He's going to go all the way unless David Fraser can come up with the goods and tackle him, but no, he has scored here, and that will equal up the scores if they convert this, and this has been an absolute boulder of a game. Sorry, back to you.
Well, the Borneo Eagles are stacked with New Zealand Sevens players as well. So you have George Tilsley out there, and I'm not sure if that was Rocky Khan.
Yes, it was,
scoring.
yes.
Yeah, so it's stacked with New Zealand Sevens players as well, and they want to obviously make their mark as well.
Yeah, and I guess I also noticed Kelly Miafu, who